Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we
Yes,
are
sir.
on day 3 today, and we intend to finish session from my side. And after today, it would be all over to the students. And tomorrow, we are expecting that you will start the project and if possible, complete the project. It's not very big. And tomorrow we will take questions. If during the process of you are performing the project, if there is any questions are there, we will clarify it. If some of the students want to give presentation, most welcome tomorrow. You decide. So today we will run through the last part of FMEA. As we always mentioned, our role is mentoring role. And today we will carry on as much as hands-on on the same case study and same failure mode. Very quickly, we have understood function, we have understood function failure, we have understood failure mode. We took up some cases of failures. And then yesterday we had exposure to a industrial software. The purpose of the software is to make you better understand, more clear, little dynamic, so that your understanding is better, improved. Here, I will like to, before I go further, here I would like to tell to the students that if someone wants to understand theoretical aspect of what we are talking, there is a professor, I think he is in Jadavpur University or in NIT Agartala. His name is Ashish Sarkar, and he has written an article, An Approach to the Industrial Maintenance Problem by Alternative Method of FMECA. Our software is heavily influenced by this article. Remember one thing, whenever we are talking to anyone, whether it is a student or we are talking to industrialists or we are talking to engineers, we always take a reference. We normally never do or never present something or never prepare a software or we develop a software without any foundation. Our foundation here for this software is FMEA is a study, FMEA is a proven methodology, and also we have taken a reference of this article. You can search through your library, you can get this article if someone wants to go further in details. The focus of this article is consequence analysis. Consequence analysis is the last part of FMEA. Yesterday, when we were doing this software, we did function failure, we did failure mode, then we selected a failure mode, and then we did local effect, we did system effect, and there is one last part is that called consequence. We will be talking about this consequence today. And the reference of this consequence is this article. FMEA, again I'm repeating, it's a practical method to identify most appropriate maintenance practice for plant machineries. For example, again I'm giving you example of any machine, whether it is your bike, whether it is your fan in your house, whether it is the pump in your housing complex, everything requires maintenance. Buying asset is one aspect only, but you have to maintain it. You have to maintain for what purpose? We have to maintain to ensure that its function, whatever its function is there, its function is continued. The machine or the equipment asset continues to provide that function. To ensure that it continues to provide that function, you require maintenance. Maintenance is a must. Without maintenance, it will lead to function failure. It will lead to function failure. Imagine large machines. Large machines, yesterday one of the students asked a question that large machines have got a lot of components. So a lot of components require different kind of maintenance to ensure that the function of each component is maintained. So what happens that the maintenance aspect is very complicated. You cannot do maintenance without any structured study. FME is one of the practical methods to identify what is the most appropriate way to do maintenance. Now, after we do this function failure and failure mode, then we estimate the criticality of the components. This was one of the questions yesterday. So we estimate the criticality of the components and failure modes. Now, the software we have, usually this FMEA software are of different types, but the software which we are handling, you have been experimenting, has got some enhanced features. At the end of FMEA, you will come to know, or whoever is using the software, he will come to know what are the right maintenance tasks. This is the first step for the consequence analysis. First step means after we have done function failure, failure mode, local effect, system effect. After this is the first step. The step is to find criticality number of failure mode. You are aware about failure mode. Now we are finding out the criticality number of failure mode. This is the theory. The loss probability beta, the failure mode ratio alpha, failure rate lambda, and operating hours T, a multiplication of this thing. The calculation of beta, alpha, lambda is a very complex mathematical calculation. So not to go too much complication, there is a simple way. The criticality number is defined as the product of frequency factor, severity factor, and protection factor. Now, this simplified formula has been taken from this article, which I was mentioning. From this article, this simplified formula has been taken. That article was written after a lot of research. So the criticality number is defined as the product of three factors. So we'll be talking about these three factors. First is frequency factor. So this is the definition of frequency factor. It's a number, how many times it fails. Say the carburetor is getting choked of your mobile. How many times the carburetor is getting plugged? How many times the failure takes place, function failure takes place? What is the frequency of function failure? More the number of function failure, the more the value of frequency factor. We will run through everything during this software demonstration. Next is severity factor. Severity factor represents the effect level of failure on the equipment. What happens if if there is a function failure, what happened? What is the effect? How much is the effect? So in severity, there are three sub-factors are there: downtime factor, scrap rate factor, and safety factor. So within the severity factor, there are three sub-factors are there. How long it is out of service? Carburetor is blocked. How long your motorcycle is not running? How long it is down? Scrap rate factor. Whether is there any chance that the carburetor is blocked and it cannot be repaired, and then you have to throw away your motorcycle? No, carburetor can be repaired. If it cannot be repaired, we can purchase another carburetor and fix it. But there are some machines out there. If it fails, it cannot be repaired. It has to be thrown. And safety factor. What is the chances of injury? In case of this failure takes place, what is the chances of injury? For example, the petrol pump, you have gone there and we are filling the petrol from underground tank. And the underground tank got fire. So it will be explosion. And there will be a lot of injury. So that is accounted by safety factor. No need to remember this thing. We'll run through the software, then you will figure it out. And the last one is protection factor. Protection factor is a number awarded. What is the ease of protecting the equipment from failure? Means if the protection factor is low, means it is very easy to protect the machine from failure. Means function failure will not happen very easily. If the protection factor is high, means it is very difficult to protect the machine. Very likelihood that there will be a function failure. So these are the three primary factors: frequency factor, severity factor, and protection factor. And severity factor has got another three sub-factors. Now the multiplication of this is called criticality number. And what is the weightage? So some weightage is given. A downtime factor is 1 to 10. So lower the value means less is the severity. Higher the value is the more is the severity. Consequence is high. So the calculation becomes like this. The failure mode criticality number is frequency factor times severity factor times protection factor. And severity factor, as I mentioned, is a summation of downtime factor plus scrap rate factor plus safety factor. So these are the formula at the back end of the software. When Amin will be showing, this formula runs at the back end. Now the criticality factor. Now the criticality factor, when we are say, as I mentioned, the criticality number is the multiplication of these three numbers. So this criticality number, if it is more than 1000, if it is less than 100, so depending on what is the number you are getting, the rating is given. The rating is very high, rating is very low, depending on what is the number you are getting. And depending on the rating, what should be the maintenance practice defined and how frequently it should be done. Now this is where the calculation where what is being done when you are, for example, you change your mobile oil of your motorcycle engine once in say 6 months. How do you decide 6 months? This decision is taken from here, that what is to be done and what is the frequency, say 6 months. It comes from here. What job is to be done? The mobile oil replacement. How often it is to be done? Here. How do you decide? What is the criticality factor? How do you decide the criticality factor? You do this calculation. And based on this calculation, you decide the criticality factor. And then you find out what should be the most appropriate maintenance practice. and what fault frequency, how often? Well, I'm running through it. When we are doing this same thing on software, then you will be able to relate it. If there is any question, you can ask. Now, maintenance is one part of it. There is another aspect called condition monitoring. We will not deal with it depending on if time permits, then we will deal with it. Condition monitoring means, for example, if you look at here, the maintenance practice. So maintenance practice is, it is written condition monitoring, daily condition monitoring. For example, your bike is there. You have to check whether there is any noise is there or not. So this is a part of condition monitoring. Now, to take a decision with the large machines, large equipment in a, say, nuclear plant or in a aerospace, it's a very structured approach. It is not just like that you do whatever you want to do. You need to monitor certain parameters of the machine in a very methodical way. So this is the way we are doing the decision making. How do you do the condition monitoring? There are many ways out there. Some examples are vibration monitoring. Vibration is something you probably studied in your third year. Thermography, lubrication and wear particle test. I'm sure you have studied it. Ultrasonic instrument measurement, NDT techniques, electrical condition monitoring. These are few of the methods of condition monitoring. I wanted to show this slide because of one reason. Let's see how mechanical engineering study, what you have done in your first year, second year, third year, relates to the real application. Vibration you have studied. The application of vibration is vibration monitoring. Thermography you have studied. Lubrication you have studied. Bearings you have studied. I'm not sure about, but this is ultrasonic instrument is, this is the same principle. You know, ultrasonic, somebody is going to hospital and doing the ultrasonography. In the same way, we are also doing ultrasonography of equipment to figure it out what is the problem of the machine component. There are many NDT techniques are there. These are non-destructive testing techniques. Well, the intention is not to explain you this thing. The intention was to tell you two things. One is, depending on the criticality factor, which we have calculated from here, depending on the criticality factor, we decide what maintenance should be done and how often it should be done. Say here it is written daily condition monitoring, weekly condition monitoring. Now, what is condition monitoring? Condition monitoring is something application of your knowledge in your third year, second year, mechanical engineering. This is condition monitoring. My intention is to tell you that you must relate your knowledge. Your knowledge is so important. When you are being taught about a principle in your engineering college, this is the same thing we are applying at the industry level. Maybe time permitting, I will be having a discussion with Professor Gadge sir, and if he agrees, then I can take some application of vibration monitoring, what you did in your classes in industry, application of lubrication in industry. But depending on sir giving approval, a different session will be taken on these things. So these are the condition monitoring, which condition monitoring to be used. Well, this is the background of FMEA. This is the last component, last aspect of FMEA. What do we do after we have done this identification of the failure mode? Then we do some certain calculation, mathematical calculation. And the basis of the calculation, what I just demonstrated you, And then now we will go back to our software, and then Amin will run through it, and then you will try to, and then you have a look at it, and then you probably relate it, that what I was talking and what he is demonstrating is, where it relates to, right? So before I hand it over to software demonstration, a couple of points. After this session, after this demonstration part is over, today's demonstration is aimed to reinforce your understanding about this consequence analysis, these 5 factors, and how does it relate to maintenance and frequency. Then we are expecting that the students will select a project themselves, very simple project, very ordinary project. It could be fan, it could be anything, it's your choice. And preferably you complete your assignment today itself. You have the software. You guys are the most knowledgeable guy on software handling. Your command on software and computers are amazing. I always admire the way you pick up. It's so fast. Your brain at this age is so sharp. I'm sure you can complete the assignment on this software today itself. And we would prefer that at least 1 or 2 students tomorrow give demonstration. The way Amin is showing, tomorrow some of you guys show what you did. And during the process of your demonstration, you will also come to know where are the mistakes or where are the understanding gap. There is nothing mistake. Where is the gap of understanding? And then we'll try to help you out. Right, students? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, you see, I intentionally avoided speaking in Hindi because you must start talking and communicating these technical things as much as possible in English. This is important. You have a year down the line and you must start practicing it. So tomorrow's presentation, if someone wants to give it in Hindi or maybe in Marathi, please go ahead. Don't hesitate. Language is not a constraint. Point is that do you understand the concept or not? See, the whole idea is that whatever you studied in your college days, how it is getting application in industry. My role is that whatever you study in your engineering days, it's so important and so vital to be a good engineer in practical life. It is a common concept that whatever you are studying, only studying for the sake of getting good marks, good grades. No, dear. These are the foundations of you being a good engineer in future. The better you have theoretical knowledge, the better engineer you will be on site. This is very important message I would like to drive in your mind. See, what I talked about lubrication, I talked about vibration, I talked about failure, I talked about probably you have studied so many things, fluid mechanics. These are all application. All these things club together, and then you apply, and then you put logic. This software is what? This software is nothing. Is nothing. It is simplifying the entire concept in in a manner that things can be handled easily. Can you imagine a gas turbine, the size of a gas turbine of say in Dahej in Maharashtra, Dahej, the power plant is there, and the turbine which is used to drive the generator to generate the power. The size of the turbine, do you imagine? It is almost like half size of the football ground. Now you can imagine how many components are there. And when we are, as an engineer, when we look at it, we look at each and every component of the machine. You know, as an engineer, what you face is that always you get a call that, see, it's not working, there is a problem, there is an alarm, there is a trip, there is some noise is coming, so many things are coming. You cannot command a machine of this size unless you have very strong theoretical knowledge. And believe me, if you have very good, solid theoretical knowledge, handling these turbines are like you are handling a baby. It's so easy, so easy. See, I'm repeatedly reinforcing that unless you have a theoretical knowledge, you cannot proceed further. But once you have theoretical knowledge, you must know how to apply it in industry. This entire presentation is only to give you an idea. How do you apply the basic theoretical knowledge in practical field? This software has been developed to simplify this entire management of so many components. Thousands and thousand components are there. And this FMEA is done for each and every component. For each component, there could be 2 or 3 failure modes. Suppose 1,000 components are there. And for each component, say there are 3 failure modes are there. So 3,000 failure modes are there. And for each failure mode, you are doing the consequence analysis. Means these 5 factors are there. So much of data is there, you cannot manage it unless you are being helped by a software. Software organizes it, nothing else. Well, that's all from my side. Before I hand over to Amin, any question?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, my question regarding severity.
Yes, yes.
Okay. If any case the component will fail, and this is dangerous to physical injury or any death case, at that time, what is the rating given to this problem?
See, this is the severity factor.
Okay.
The severity factor is a summation of these 3 factors. So one of the factors, you are talking about safety, is it?
No, sir. Severity factor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Factor comprises of 3 factors. Severity factor is a summation of these 3 factors: downtime factor, scrap rate factor, and safety factor.
Okay.
So these 3 together make severity factor. It is severe, either downtime is very high, or scrap rate is very high, or safety factor is very high, or all 3 are very high.
Okay.
So to answer your severity factor, what is the question? Severity factor is high. So what's your question?
If any case, due to this failure, any physical injury or near to death case, at that time, what will give rating for this problem?
Yeah, for example, the safety factor is very high in that case. For example, the safety factor, how much it is? The safety factor is 1 to 20. The range is 1 to 20. And suppose a failure mode, this particular failure mode, whichever you are discussing, has got a safety factor very high, means potentially it can lead to fatality. Then probably the value will be in the range of 15 to 20. Usually, wherever any failure mode or functional failure leading to human fatality is handled by very strict rules and regulations of government.
Okay, sir.
For example, like Bhopal incident. For example, like uh, there, there was, I think 6 months ago, there was a big fire in the pipeline in Mumbai somewhere. There was a big fire. There was underground pipeline was there. It was carrying natural gas or LPG probably, and it ruptured, and there was a big fire, and there was no fatality, but then a lot of injury was there. Severe burn were there. Now, if these are the cases, or a nuclear plant, for example, if these are the cases where the function failure may lead to fatality or near fatality, serious injury, it is handled, in addition to this analysis, it is handled by government regulations as well. I give you an example, like boilers. Boilers are used to produce steam. Are you aware about boiler?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boilers are used to produce steam, and the steam is the motive force to run turbine, for example, correct? So steam is a motive force to run many, is a motive force. It's like air. So steam is used, and usually the steam temperatures are and steam pressure are of different ranges. Low pressure steam, high pressure, high pressure steam. And these high pressure steams are usually, if you go to, HS diagram, enthalpy, entropy diagram, you will see the heat, latent heat in the steam of high pressure steam. High pressure steam is so huge. It's almost reaching 300 degrees Celsius, 330 degrees Celsius. In that case, if there is a leakage is there, it catches fire immediately. It catches fire and explosion takes place.
Yes, sir.
Boiler is a potentially a equipment, a machinery, where it may lead to multiple cases of serious injury. So that is the reason the government of India, I'm talking about the rule of Maharashtra, the government of India has a regulation. The boiler must be inspected, whatever FMEA you are doing. But on top of it, boiler must be inspected by the boiler inspector, who are employee of government of India, once every year.
Okay, sir.
So I mean to say that wherever such cases are there, where safety, human safety is a real concern, there comes additional regulations. And when the boiler inspector comes, every year they come. When they come, they will go through that, where is your FMEA? So, sir, this is our FMEA. So we will give them the entire sheet. Okay, so he will check few points, and then he will satisfied. Then he will ask that, okay, as per this FMEA, you are supposed to do this job. You are supposed to do twice a week condition monitoring. Okay. Give me evidence that you have done it. So, the questions which is lead by the boiler inspector goes from the output of this report. They will say that this is your report, this is your FMEA report, this is your analysis, and in this analysis, you are mentioning that twice a week condition monitoring is to be carried out. Okay, you show me evidence, where did you do it? And then which condition monitoring you are doing? Sir, we are doing this condition monitoring. Why are you doing this condition monitoring? Sir, because of this reason we are doing. So they will verify it. Okay, you are doing this, fine. Show evidence you have done it. Who has done it? Is he qualified? Who is taking judgment? See, the message what I'm trying to give you is that indeed your question is absolutely valid, where human factor is coming in picture, human safety is coming in picture. We as a system, governments are cutting in, or if the government is not cutting in, the industry's management, the senior management are introducing some audits and ensuring that whatever decisions has been taken from this FMEA worksheet is being followed and practiced in a very orderly manner. Okay, next question. Any more questions?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then I will. Amin, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
So I'll hand you over, Amin.
Okay, sir. Okay, let me put the link again. Okay, if you're already login, then just log out, because we have done session for just 1 day. If you are using that session second day, then it will not run. So just log out and I can log in with same username and password. Okay, students, then you have done till this part. Just put yes or no in chat.
Amin, proceed.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, what we have done yesterday, we have added one single failure mode. What we have done yesterday is we have added a single failure mode, and then we have added local effect and system effect to it, and then we have saved the tree already. So if you have already saved the tree and you have to just add the consequence, you can add it over here from here, or else you have to add the tree again from add, and then you can add directly consequence from there. So what we can do now, let's add this tree consequence from directly here, or we should add the new tree.
Sir, add new tree.
Add, okay. So let's, as usual, you have to just click over here, add, and then choose asset pump, subunit centrifugal pump, and add another unique name, 200. Done. Yesterday, all these functions are explained by Mr. Didi sir. So I will just input the data and proceed. Just drag and drop here. Same here also, just drag and drop here. Dibil sir, are you explaining local effect and system effect once again, or I will just put random data and proceed further? Hello, Dibil sir, your voice, I think your mic is mute.
Yeah, fill in some local effect test.
Okay. Are you explaining this FMECA enhanced mode, or I will just put random data to it also? As Dibil sir explained the downtime factors and all that, you have your help option or help icon. You have to just click, you will get all this downtime factor, safety factor, protection factor, all that stuff over here. So I will just select downtime factor of 4. You can see your data is increasing. After this putting all this stuff, you have to just click on this forward arrow, and after that you have to just again once again click your forward arrow. Then what you have added in local effect and system effect, it will reflect here, test, and same here also, function and function failure. And now you have to just click over save and next to save the stream before going to add the consequence, and just click save changes. Okay, let me know you have completed up to here, then we will proceed further.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's proceed further. After adding all this local effect, system effect, and all this stuff, you have to add the consequence to this failure mode. So to add this consequence, you have to just click this plus icon with consequence. After clicking here, you will get scroll over to add the consequence for that bearing damage, which we have selected the failure mode. And just the series of question will be appear. On the basis of this series of question, you have to just input the yes or no. Yes or no. Just if I have to put yes and I want to change my answer to no, just double click over here. Simple. It will change the answer of your question. Debil sir, are you explaining more about consequences?
Yeah, well, these are a set of questions. You have to read it. Will the occurrence of failure mode be evident for operational staff during normal operation of the plant? We'll not go too much in detail. These are a series of questions. See, this FMEA study is a prerequisite to future other studies. Okay, when we do deeper study of any machines, a complex machine, the first step is FMEA. Consequence analysis is the transition. After this consequence analysis, we go into a second step of analysis, which is not covered in our session. That is called failure characteristic analysis, FCA. Well, we are not going into it. Just to make you understand that there are series of questions. For example, someone asked a question that what happens, safety related questions. Yeah? He had a question with, he was having a question related to the safety of human. So similarly, there are many questions are there which are being asked. For example, this question is that, will the occurrence be evident during normal operation? For example, there is a bulb is there in your room. Do you know this bulb is a good condition or bad condition? You cannot know unless you switch it on. Unless you switch it on, then only you will know whether this bulb is good or it is fused. So another case could be, say, in your motorcycle, the tire has been punctured. So tire has been punctured. You will see, if it is punctured, you will see yourself that the tire has the tire, there is no air there. Or if you are driving and suddenly it has punctured, it will create a lot of noise and bumping. So these two failures are two different kind of failures. One failure is the tire puncture, is that the moment it happens, automatically you will come to know. And on the other hand, if the bulb is fused, you cannot know whether the bulb is fused unless you switch it on. So the question to this question is, will the occurrence of the failure mode, the failure mode is puncture of the tire. be evident during normal operation? The answer is yes. If it punctures, I will immediately know that the tire has punctured. In other case, will the occurrence of failure mode bulb fused will be evident? No, I cannot know unless I switch it on. So in that, answer will be no. So like that, there are series of questions are there, and answers will be given. Proceed. Amin.
Sir,
Yeah.
please explain local effect and system effect.
Go back. Local effect is, for example, you are driving in a motorcycle, and suddenly your petrol tank has leaked. So what happens? All the petrol will drain out, and the bike will stop. So the local effect is that your bike is stopped. And the system effect is that suppose you are going for an exam, and it is still 5 kilometers away. The system effect is you will miss the exam. Another example, you have got a water pump in your housing complex. The bearing has failed, so the pump will stop. The local effect is the pump will stop, and the system effect will be there won't be any water supply to the entire complex because there is only one pump, and everybody will shout, and there will be hue and cry, and there will be a real scarcity. And in this period of Corona, it will be a mess. But suppose in your complex, there are two pumps are there. So one pump, if it trips, if it fails, if it stops, so the local effect is it stops, but the system effect is nothing. There is no problem on the system because you have another pump. So this is the difference between local effect and system.
Okay, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Little fast, Amin.
Yes, sure. Okay, so I will select no. On the basis of this yes and no question, further questions will be evaluated on that basis. So as I selected no, my question will be different. Some students will select yes, then the questions will be different.
Sorry, I'm just interrupting. There are a series of questions are there.
Yeah.
We will not go into dissection of the questions. The point what is it that there are series of questioners are there. Okay. Carry on. Just select anything and carry on.
Sir, hello, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the library questions.
Yeah, these are library questions.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just select anything. Yes, the combination of failure mode and one additional failure mode in the event, it will affect safety of the environment. Say, for example, you were talking that time that if the safety of human, so the safety of environment, put no. Go ahead. So, these are the library of questions, and depending on the answers, you come to what are the consequences. Okay, let's not go too much in consequences. Go back to the criticality factor.
Sir, just we will add this consequence and
Yeah, okay.
go back to the critical factors. Okay, after adding this, you will get over here tree, and as you selected the yes no questions, it will reflect over here by the green color. So after coming to this level, you have to just add over here, just click add consequence, and you have to, after adding this, you have to click FMEA, then the consequence will reflect here, and after this you have to just click save consequence to save this tree.
The purpose of these questions are really to find out whether there is any problem with fatality, whether there is any problem with impact on the environment. Is there any problem with, there is only problem with cost. For example, there is no impact on human, there is no impact on environment. Only thing is that if the failure takes place, the lot of money will be spent. So these are the things we try to find it out. Now here, if you look at it here, so by doing this thing, last one DPM 200, we found the criticality factor of 588. Now this is where it was. This is where, can you go right side? I mean, so there was another tabulation there. In that tabulation, it said that if the criticality factor is 588, the maintenance practice is OBM. OBM is a specific kind of maintenance practice that has to be followed. So this is, can you go still right? So this is the end of FMEA study, that we find out the criticality factor, those 5 factors and the calculation multiplication. The severity is the summation of these 3 factors. Those are the background calculations. And once we find out the criticality factor, then there is a tabulation is there. In my presentation you had seen, it will be shared to you. From there, this maintenance practice is getting picked up. So this is the maintenance practice to be carried out. What does it OBM means? OBM means there is a complete details are there. What does it OBM means? The message here want to give you that by doing failure mode and effect analysis, go to the left. I mean, say here we are doing a failure mode effect analysis of a pump, and then we have selected a centrifugal pump. And then we had a series of questionnaires were there, library questionnaires were there. And then we figured it out that what is the criticality factor of that particular failure mode. These are all failure mode level. So at this particular, for this particular failure mode, this is the criticality factor. And for this criticality factor, this is the maintenance practice you should be doing. So if there is a serious consequences are there, then criticality factor will be very high. And then maintenance practice will be something more stringent. So this is the way by structured approach, we look at each component of machines, find out how these components are functioning, how the functions fail, what is the reason of this failure, that is failure mode. So maybe for each component, there could be 5 or 6 failure modes. Now for each failure mode, we carry out this criticality factor analysis or consequence analysis. And based on this consequence rating and criticality factor rating, then we arrive at what is the most appropriate maintenance strategy you should be having. Now, if the machine is very ordinary, it doesn't matter too much. But if the machine is very severe, as one of the students asked, if there is a chances of major injury, then this document becomes very critical. If something, for example, instead of asset is boiler, it becomes so critical that the boiler inspector, every year they come and they see this document and they ensure that the recommendation here, whatever OBM, breakdown, PM, whatever is there, is being followed, and everybody practices it, and there is an audit is there by management separately, so that the study result is complied with. Everybody obeys it. So this is an example. This is an example of one failure mode. And since a machine has got multiple components, each component has multiple failure mode, it becomes a huge task to do this task manually. That is the reason we use software. This is one of the software which we are using it at industry level to find out. And this is the result which comes out. This is one step result. There are some more studies are there. So this is how we are taking a decision. How do we manage our machines? By doing FMEA analysis.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, that is all students from our side. Just stay, I mean, keep the screen. And I would suggest that please select one project, each one of you, whatever example I had given, many examples I have given, and start working on it. You have the software access. This access will be only there for another 1 or 2 days, unless someone wants to keep it for a little longer period. Make use of this access. Keep trying. Have an understanding that this is the way a machine is managed at an industry level. Practice, practice, practice. And if possible, tomorrow demonstrate what you have done. Share your screen and demonstrate what you have done. And we'll help you if you have deviated anything. And that will help you, when you talk to industry or you do a vocational training or when you face interview, you should be using these languages. You should be using failure mode. You should be using functional failure. You should be using criticality factor, consequence analysis, maintenance practice. These are the terminologies you should be using. Now, when you use this terminology, the person whom you are talking to, they have a feel that you are talking industrial language. So the likelihood of acceptance is much higher. Okay, that's all from our side. And questions, please.
Yes, sir. My question is to Amin, sir.
Yeah, Amin.
Yeah.
Answer, please.
Go ahead.
Sir, which programming language used for developing this software?
Actually, this is done in an industrial level, that is enterprise. We use Angular and ASP.NET Core, and background we are using PostgreSQL.
Okay, sir.
Who is asking this question? What's your name?
Akshay, sir.
Akshay, you are interested in programming part of it?
Yes, sir.
You are mechanical.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Before going towards programming, you should have a good knowledge about the technicalities.
Yes, sir.
Then the programming will be fun.
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
I'm just thinking about what is run background and this program.
Pardon? Little loud? तो थोड़ा ऊंची आवाज में बोलो.
Yes, sir. मैं अभी सोच रहा था कि इस बैकग्राउंड में आखिर चल क्या रहा है, कौन सा प्रोग्राम है?
अच्छा. There are many programs are running at the back end of it, and Amin is the right person. I don't have any knowledge.
Actually, we have a lot of background algorithms done for it.
Yes,
so as you select this FMEA, FCA, this all algorithms we are working background, and after that we are getting this answer. And basically for this UI, means all this design has been done in Angular part, and background we are using that ASP.NET Core, which is currently hot in market. So that is the best choice for enterprise.
Gentlemen, just sorry to interrupt. Akshay, you can be in touch with Amin separately.
Okay, sir.
Questions? More questions? आप लोग सवाल पूछो क्योंकि आपको कल प्रोजेक्ट जमा करने का है. प्रोफेसर गटके सर, you may interfere here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, definitely. Hello, students. Ask some. If you have any difficulties, ask about the software, how to handle it, or any particular factor you doesn't understand. You can ask directly to the sir. This already sir told us they are working as a mentor of you, so don't hesitate to ask.
Hello, sir.
हाँ बोला.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
हाँ बोलो.
My question is to sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pardon?
Hello. How to choose different assets from the asset list? It has only one option.
थोड़ा जोर से बोलो, माइक के सामने बोलो.
How to choose different assets from the asset list? It has only one option, that is pump.
Yeah, we have given just only for this testing purpose, we have provided just only one, that is centrifugal pump. So as you have get the premium access, then only you get the multiple choice. This is for only, we have given for testing purpose only one option. So that is a centrifugal pump. As sir is explaining the centrifugal pump for this demo. So we have provided that only centrifugal pump.
So that is particularly as in a case study they are put here. Okay. And when you have the full access of this software, okay, you will get the n number of lists there. समझ लो क्या?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you're not clear, then please ask once again. There is not an issue.
You can ask in Hindi also. हिंदी में बात करो.
आप हिंदी में बोलो, चलेगा, कुछ नहीं. आपको इशू आ रहा है क्या, मतलब पंप वगैरह सिलेक्ट करने में? First you have to choose this asset part, then only this subunit.
No, sir.
I think your question is only one centrifugal pump and how to choose multiple, right? Another one?
Yes, yes, sir.
हाँ, right. तो actually sir ने आपको खाली centrifugal pump का ही select किया है demo purpose, इसीलिए just हमने centrifugal pump ही रखा है यहाँ पे. So only centrifugal pump is there. We are not giving multiple choice for you.
Yeah, you don't have multiple choice क्योंकि हम केवल demonstration के लिए किए थे. So we have not given multiple choice. It becomes very heavy. Program becomes very heavy.
स्टूडेंट्स ने कुछ ऐड भी नहीं किया लगता है सर, क्योंकि खाली टैग नंबर हमारे ही दिख रहे हैं एसजीएम यूजर वन पे.
आप लोग करो ना. Why are you not doing it? आप करोगे तो मेरे को दिखेगा. We can see you.
Yeah, right sir. एसजीएम यूजर 2 पे सर क्या है, 3 लोगों ने किया है सर.
अच्छा, ये यूजर आईडी दो लोगों ने किया है.
यस सर, टैग नंबर 1, टैग नंबर 2 एंड SMTP.
गुड.
राइट.
यूजर आईडी 3 देखो तो.
यूजर आईडी 3. यहाँ पे भी है. यहाँ पे 4 स्टूडेंट्स ने किया है डीपीएम.
या यहाँ पे कुछ लोगों ने किया है. प्लीज. गुड. यूजर आईडी 3 गुड. यूजर आईडी 4.
यूजर आईडी 4 पे कुछ नहीं सर.
यूजर आईडी 4 किसी ने कुछ नहीं किया है. एंड 5.
एक ने किया सर, एक स्टूडेंट ने किया.
One person has done it.
Right.
See, मतलब all total I can see that probably 7-8 students have worked.
Yeah, right.
What about the others? I believe there are 31. More than 25 students are there. क्या हो गया? आप कुछ भी करोगे मेरे को दिखेगा यहाँ से. Please try it. Very simple. और it's a really it's a opportunity. आपको सॉफ्टवेयर पे हैंडल करने को मौका मिल रहा है. And these are extremely expensive softwares. Just because of प्रोफेसर गडगे सर के लिए हम लोगों ने ये डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन पर्पस के लिए लेके आया है. यूज करोगे तो क्लैरिटी बढ़ेगा. And this software access will be only for a couple of days. इसके बाद तो withdraw हो जाएगा क्योंकि ये सब through net आता है. We have to hire server. It's a very complex process. See, we are putting a lot of effort. We are expecting that आप भी